And I want to talk about that day of what our women's team accomplished. But a week before that day, I got an email, and she will remain anonymous. And she asked about a bus to be paid for so our fellow teammates, friends on campus can go to nationals and support both of our teams. In order to tell you how I came to that conclusion of not just finding the money for a bus, but sending 2 buses, I want to share with you me and my wife's first experience of going to a cross-country nationals meet. That day started off at 70 degrees that morning. By the time the race started, it might have been 25 degrees with 45-mile-an-hour winds. And as me and my wife ran across tracks and tried to keep up with all these alumni that came back in face paint, body paint, did I mention no jackets, running around, I got a sense of what this whole 2 teams, 1 family was about. So when I got the email, there was no question if we were going to do it. We wanted to make sure we were able to do it right. And then you had that day. So we sent 2 buses, and somehow they figured out a way to have a place to stay and all that good stuff for the journey. I want to believe when you talk about winning as a community, that created a tipping point. But I really want to share this story with you because, again, I think Styles just glossed over it. You know, that day, our Bears bested a great John Hopkins program, a cross-country powerhouse in recent years. What I really love about what the Bears did and what it says about the program that people associated with it, at the halfway point, with 2 miles left to go, Hopkins was up 77 to 190. For those doing the math right now, that is a 113-point difference. Around the 3K to 5K mark, the Bears started to make their presence known, overtaking Hopkins runners. First Paige moved into 2nd place. Allie made her move onto the heels of a Hopkins runner. Sophie passed 20 runners during this time. Lisa raced ahead, closely closing the gap on other Hopkins runners. Then within minutes, Molly went from 142nd place to the top 100. In the final 3K, she passed 63 people and overtook 9 runners in the final 1,000 meters. Put that in perspective, giving it up for your teammates. And the hope of it was a lot of those folks on the bus in body paint and no jackets helped to cheer them on. But I also heard this. I heard somewhere during all this excitement, Coach Styles was doing some running himself. And he was yelling, "We can actually win this," to the team. While the team was leaving everything on the course, there was a large contingent of WashU fans who braved the cold to loudly and very enthusiastically cheer on the team. I have no doubt that their energy and passion fueled our runners. In the end, Paige finished first and became the first cross-country individual national champion in WashU history. The team, they could have settled, but they didn't. The team final score was John Hopkins 99, WashU 98, a 1-point victory. That 1 point showed grit, growth, and hard work. It is a victory that showed trust in the process and stepping up to the challenge ahead. And every member of the team knowing and doing their part in that moment. If you take sports out of that and you put corporate America in that, we are teaching our kids something. We are teaching our student athletes something that can always be learned in a group project where nothing's at stake. I know our cross-country team has a motto that says, not for us, for them. They truly represent their teammates, our alumni, our program, and WashU. I could not be more proud. So to our scholar champions, congratulations on a race run well. I would like to invite Coach Styles up to the stage. As well as Summer Hutchinson, our newest member of our team, our Senior Associate Athletic Director and Senior Women's Administrator. This is the best part. And at this moment, we will be presenting the championship rings.